Man, let me grab this one. Yo, what's good? What's good, party people? What's good? Just got off the Knicks at Night podcast with Kev W. And we're back. And we are back. Right? I'm excited, super excited. Super excited, super pumped up. We play the Wizards tonight. I don't know if it's at home or on the road, but it doesn't matter. Bradley Beal sitting out. The whack Wizards are shorthanded. And this is our opportunity to get back in the win column. Right? Let me first address just want to address the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter polls. Right? So the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll from yesterday was, what position is of greatest need for the Knicks? A center that can shoot got 0 votes. A 3-and-D wing got multiple votes. Point guard got multiple votes. Shooting guard got 0 votes. And I want to talk to y'all about that. Right? So the winning category of the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll is a 3-and-D wing with 69.2% of your votes. Point guard came in second with 30.8% of your votes. Chef NYK, what's good? Jay Boogie, what's good? Jay Boogie, I heard your joint. Yo, I heard your joint on I forget the show. I heard your joint on one of the other joints. Yo, you a star, bro. Hey, shout out to Stephen Fox. What's good? What's good, Foxy? Foxy is the point guard. Foxy is the point guard of the Lawrence Tears Network. Shout out to Foxy and his Boston Terrier. I bet Foxy is so old school. I bet you he named his dog something old school like Rocco. Come here, Rocco. Chef NYK was good. White Falcon 44 was good. White Falcon, you ain't putting trade scenarios in the chat no more. What's happening? You just satisfied with D Rose? What's good? Oh boy. Oh boy. My two favorite people are in the chat. Frederick and Kaiser Sauce. The usual suspect. I see y'all. IQJ, do you get any sleep? IQJ, you need to get some sleep, man. I mean, this whole supporting the Knicks 24/7 thing is unhealthy. Yeah, man, this whole support the Knicks 24/7 thing is unhealthy. Warren Franklin, Charlie Ward cousin, was good. Was good. Hey, Kaiser Sauce says Cade Cunningham can do both. I don't know what he was referring to, but if he can do both, if he can multitask, IQJ is like, sleep, what is that strange thing you speak of? Trizzy Trey is in the building. What's good? What's good? Salute, y'all. Salute. Our people are here. The gang is all here. Spree the Knicks was good. 0.5 is in the building. So guess what y'all said? Guess what y'all done went out and started a beef, right? So first of all, if you don't follow us on Twitter, at Big Freezy, go ahead and do so. Follow us on Twitter. Listen, if you're on Twitter already, follow us on Twitter. I don't spam. I don't spam your notifications with stuff. You know, for mostly what I do is try to continue the conversation. Try to continue the conversation. You know, basically talk about what you know, whatever it is that we're talking about. I might throw one or two things out there, but I won't spam you, right? Definitely. Man, this dude, Uncle Freezy, will talk, man. I look on YouTube and he's everywhere on YouTube. Ha ha ha. Jermaine Royster, what's good? Jermaine Royster, what's good? You not coming back on? What's happening? He got a little taste and he's going, Spanish Harlem. What's good? Spanish Harlem, what's good? MIG. Mig, what's good? What's good? What's good? Spanish Harlem is in the building. Primo is in the building. What's good? But I want to touch on something. I want to touch on something, and I want to get y'all's take on it. Right? I want to get y'all's take on it, man, because y'all can't say something. Or, how about this? I'll say to you, I'm not going to allow you to say something and then run away from it. I'm not going to allow you to throw the rock. Right? I'm not going to allow you and hide your hands. Right? Jay Williams is in the building. Jay Williams, I thought you was doing a morning show on ESPN. You doing double duty, or are you taking your 15-minute break? No, not that Jay Williams, Uncle Freezy. Not that Jay Williams, Uncle Freezy. Not that Jay Williams. Yeah, what's good? What's good, beautiful people? What's happening? What's happening? So I had this conversation with Hoodie Kev about 5 hours ago. And y'all know the conversation I had with Hoodie Kev. Y'all know the conversation that I had with Hoodie Kev. You know the conversation, right? So the conversation was this. Knox. And if you don't like Knox, you suck at your job. Y'all know the conversation, right? Knox. And if you're in Knox's way or don't help Knox, you're bad at your job. It was a setup. Because I gave Kev W 4 or 5 Knox outs. I gave him ways to get out of this Knox obsession, this public Knox obsession, and he didn't take them. Right? Last Friday, I defended Kev W in saying, no, it's not just Knox. Kev W just wants his own homegrown superstar, his own guy that we draft on that we get on draft night, that we bring in, and that player leads us to a championship. He didn't have that. You know, some of us have had our own homegrown star, like a homegrown star that you fell in love with from day one, that achieved something here, had a long career, and retired. Right? Hey, and so, hey, Chris Chang, what's good? Chris Chang, are you new? Yo, Chris Chang, if you knew, throw a thumbs up or something in the chat, right? Throw a thumbs up in the chat, and everybody give show Chris Chang some love, like you know what I'm saying, like a what's up or a thumbs up or something. CP the artist, what's good? So anyway, I gave Kev W these outs. Like I helped him get to a point where he can say, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So now we can move on. Wrong. I gave Kev W all of these outs. Like, okay, so it's Friday morning, right? So Wednesday night's show, Kev W, was a little crusty. With Eric G. Eric G is a rising star, y'all. Eric G is a rising star. Yeah, y'all will know him right now is E the G, but he's a rising star. Right? Why is Free Keith calling me on my phone? He knows I'm busy this time of day. He can talk to me face to face. Hey Jay Boogie, I see what you. Let me see. Blarn's tears, and dog. Hey, pardon me for being so slack with that. What I need to do is put all. So what I need to do is say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like the live stream. Join the virtual chat that I'm reading right now. Join the video chat. Right up here on the screen with Uncle Freezy. Come on up here. Long as you're not trying to sell porn or life insurance, or as long as you share the mic, as long as we can pass the mic around and let everybody speak, I'm good with anybody, as long as you're respectful and sharp, right? Turn on your notifications. Click that notification bell, right? So you'll know every time that I go live, every time we post something on the channel, and we're going to start posting more and more stuff. Share this thing, man. Click on that rounded arrow and share this on social media or any other platform so that we can continue to grow the Lawrence Tears family. You know what I mean? And the Cash App is $ Lawrence Tears, right? Because what we want to do is continue to grow this family, this Lawrence Tears family, right? Because this Lawrence Tears family thing is real, right? This Lawrence Tears family is real. Hey, so I missed the thing with Chris Chang. Chris Chang said, I've been here. Oh, my bad. I'm getting older. Shout out to Chris Chang, by the way. Shout out to Chris Chang. Andrew College. Hey, Chris, I'll jump in the video chat mid-season, camera shot. Hey, man. Hey, so the funny thing is some people that are camera shy are usually like the smartest ones you need on camera. And then you have some that don't bring anything to the channel, like this doofus you're looking at right now. Don't bring anything to the channel, and I'm hogging the camera. I'm legit hogging the camera. Like, no, nobody's coming up here with me. Yo, Felipe 210, what's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, so Stephen Fox says, don't recognize Eric with no beard. Me either. Me either. Hey, salute to the Legion of Knicks podcast. All I'm going to say to the Legion of Knicks podcast is he better get off this Jalen Suggs bandwagon. There's not enough room up here for everybody. Don't come up here trying to get on the Jalen Suggs bandwagon all late and then be like, yo, Uncle Freezy, I've been up here. Nah, bro. Hey, 19 Con Man, NYC 84. That is God of Moses. Oh, I'm sorry. Believer of God of Moses and Elijah's favorite chat person. I don't know if y'all have some kind of synergy or whatever, but I don't know. Raphael will cut me off to shout out 19 comment NYC 84. Oh wow. He would be like, I'd say something important like, yo, breaking news. Bradley Beal is getting traded to. Hold on, Uncle Freezy. I see 19 comment NYC is in the building. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. Hey, so the Legion of Knicks is trolling me already. So Legion of Knicks is saying, Lawrence says you legit have multiple personality disorder. Yo, I'm just saying, Legion, listen. Legion, listen. We have video evidence that you are jumping on the Jalen Suggs bandwagon late. Right? All I'm going to say is this. Just admit that I helped you get to Jalen Suggs. Just admit that. Just admit that we helped you get to Jalen Suggs. But before we get too deep into what I want to discuss, because I premiered it earlier. Oh, not premiered, that's a strong word. But I introed my comment, my forthcoming comment. And so I want to get in deeper to it. But before we do that, check this out.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Man, I love that joint. So that is Divine Sons, Invisible People from the album named The Beautiful. That is Divine Sons, Invisible People from the album named The Beautiful. Right? The guy that you heard his verse, that's my homeboy, Dan Johnson. He has an album out, fire. I think it's called Back in Business. I think I might get a track off of that, man, to play for y'all. But to have a guy that talented, like walking around you that you know, so it is impressive. You know what I'm saying? Dude's legit, love to hear this guy rap. I mean, rapping is his skill. Like, dude, people that want to get in the rap game, and I'm paraphrasing. I don't know how true or to what extent, but dudes that learned how to rap and get in the game learned it from that guy that you just heard rap. Right? I mean, the dude's talent is extraordinary. Right? So back to the point that I was getting to, right? Back to the point that I was getting to. Yo, Tone Wu was here. Tone Wu was good. Tone Wu says, morning refreshments on you. My man, I appreciate it. You know me. I'll share. I'll share. So yeah. So to the point that I was getting. Yo, look at this. Where you been? You been counting money or something? Job, you been counting money? That's why you ain't have enough time to get here? I bet you like, yo, counting this money is so exhausting. I don't have any other hours in the day to do anything else. I'm just here counting all this money. Yo, stop acting like that. You know you part of the fam. You need to show up. You need to be here. The starting lineup needs to be Rose, Quickly, RJ, Randall, Mitch. That's something to think about, right? That is definitely a lineup. That's definitely a lineup that we need to think about. My only concern is what's coming off the bench if you do that. But yo, let me not get distracted because I want to point out something that y'all mentioned. So yesterday we had a Twitter poll, the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll, right? The Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll was, what position is of greatest need for the Knicks, right? And the two categories that got the most votes were 3-and-D wing and point guard, right? I listed shooting guard because the rumor mill and our conversations were centered around shooting guards. And you heard the names of the shooting guards that we wanted, that we talk about most often. Should I bring that back? Okay, I'll say it just to refresh, right? And for those that don't follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter at Big Freezy. I don't spam you or whatever. I just put thoughts out there. I shared a link to the podcast out there. Oh, and speaking of which, I need to do that right now. Let me share this link right now on Twitter. All right, so I shared the link. All right. So now I want to address the elephant in the room. I wanted to address the elephant in the room. And so Jay Boogie says, shout out to the Legion of Knicks podcast. And I concur. Shout out to the Legion of Knicks podcast, who's probably multitasking, doing something. He's probably like working on his podcast stuff, maybe some OBS stuff, editing videos, working his bill payer, amongst other things. The dude's always super busy. Legion of Knicks, you need to get some sleep at some point, though. You need to get some rest. You need to get some rest at some point. Right. So here's what I want to okay. So Job, you says Peyton, Obi, Burks off the bench. They all solid players. They all solid bench players. And they all play. Yeah, and Tibbs is playing. And Tibbs is playing these stars a lot of minutes, y'all. A lot of minutes. He cut down on RJ's minutes recently. But I don't know if that's a trend. I think that might have been a game situation. I don't think he went into the game thinking he was going to give RJ Barrett a break. Right? So for the record, y'all, RJ Barrett has only played 82 NBA games. Right? RJ Barrett has only played 82 NBA games. Right? Most of the rookies are at that, somewhere between 70 and 90 NBA games. So let's excuse them if they don't if they don't, what's what I'm looking for? If they don't look polished yet. If they don't look polished yet. So CP, the artist, says RJ can't shoot good. He cut his minutes. I saw that. Kuminga is a monster. Kuminga is a monster. And Legion of the Knicks podcast, we're putting you on this kid, Jonathan Kuminga. Right? Hey, man, this dude's going to be something special, bro. This dude's going to be something special. Don't get it hey, I'm here to tell you first, right here. You're hearing it from Uncle Freezy, right? Don't be surprised if Kuminga goes number 1 in the draft. Don't be surprised. I'm saying Cade Cunningham has left the door open a teeny bit. A teeny tiny bit. Right? He left the door open. Cade Cunningham has left the door open. Right? Hey, but you've been hearing for 2 years, fade for Cade. Suck for Suggs. I don't know what you're going to do for Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? But Kuminga looks like with good coaching, he can be special. Special. Not saying Cade can't be special, because Cade is special right now. Okay? Cade is special right now. I wouldn't trade Cade Cunningham for Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah. I don't know if y'all are legit trolls with an excellent sense of humor, or if y'all legit real, like what y'all are saying. Collapse for Kuminga. Crumble for Kuminga. Hey, Sudanel. It says, let's just keep it simple. Let's tank for Kuminga. Let's just tank for him. Let's just put it out there. Darrell Thomas says, what's up? Let me put this on there. What's up? Freezy, go get Obi some more burn. Okay, I got you. Obi will get more burn and be a better player once he continues to play with D Rose on that second unit. RJ needs to continue to play bully ball and go inside. Only shoot. If wide open and when catching the ball in rhythm, please and thank you. Please and thank you are my favorite words. Y'all remember that? How about that? Yo, professional outfit, what's good? Professional outfit, what's good? Yo, so our guy, Cornerstone Kev, is probably in the air over Arkansas right now as he flies out to Texas. Go hang out with Jared Jones. So let me get to this point. I don't want to have you all over the place, right? But what I do like to do is for like big topics or whatever. What I like to do is, let me move this thing down here. What I like to do is preview it, give you some time to think about what it is that we're going to talk about for a few minutes. Like kind of like a primer. Anybody ever in here ever use like a pressure washer or hoses, anything like that? You know how you have to prime your machine first before it operates like you want it? That's what I like to do with our conversation sometimes. And sure, I like to guide the conversation some too, but that's just to keep it on the rails. Right? Yo! Look who's here. What's good?
Yo, how's my sound?
Great.
Okay. All right. I read in the chat that I had the bodega Wi-Fi. So we here in the bodega. I'm ready to go. I got the Goya.
Right, right,
I got the Bugal.
right, right.
I got the adobo. I'm ready to go,
Sweet,
man. I'm
sweet.
ready to
Thank,
go. I want to make up for yesterday, man.
thank.
I replayed the audio. I was like, golly, I didn't even get like a good word in.
Right, right. And so for those that are not from the city, those are things that are found in the bodega. all you need is a box of Fruit Loops, but in Spanish, Fruity Lupes. the, the Spanish tech Fruit Loops, and then we'd be good.
The hardest the hardest thing is moving to Atlanta, and you got none of that. You got to go to Kroger or you got to go to Publix. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So
right,
it's like whatever, man.
right, right. So how you
But
feeling today?
I'm in full effect.
Yeah.
Yesterday my audio was trash. I did have the bodega Wi-Fi yesterday, so now I'm on the data.
Hey
So
man.
let's do this.
Hey man. So the internet is undefeated, right? The internet
Hmm.
is undefeated. So let me do something here. So thank you, J1 Movers, for the contribution to the show. Thank you, J1 Movers, for the contribution to the show, right? And also let me also say thank y'all for showing up every day and growing this family, right? And we're not big and fancy. You know what I'm saying? We're not big and fancy, but we, like they used to tell us when we were little kids, you are somebody. So y'all, hey, y'all are growing this thing leaps and bounds, and like I tell Foxy often, right? Foxy will remind me that we have to be consistent, be on time for the shows, make sure the content is dope, make sure we stay on task, because Foxy is generally invested in having the Barnes Tears Network be dope. And like I remind Foxy, we do this for the people. We do this for the family. So for everybody listening, you know what I'm saying, that thinks sometimes I don't mention your name or whatever, don't think about it like that. Just think about how me and CP jump on and we have like a ton of things going on at once. Like for one, trying to sound halfway decent. For two, trying to answer these questions that people pose to us. Three, reading the chat. Four, trying not to let somebody be disrespectful to our points. Like when CP says something, he got to make sure, like, no, that ain't what I said. So it's a lot of stuff going on when you get up here. So if I didn't say your name, like SJ3, don't think, that I forgot about you. It's just because we have a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? So with that said, thank y'all for all y'all contributions in the video chat, the virtual chat, which I do on social media is dope. This thing is growing like wildfire. So I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Love y'all energy. Love y'all energy. So CP, I wanted to introduce something first, real quick, before we go off on some other stuff. And the thing I want to introduce is this. So Knicks fans say we need to. They say Elfrid Payton ain't it, right? They say Elfrid Payton ain't it. We need a replacement for Elfrid Payton. They also say trade for Zach LaVine, trade for Bradley Beal, right? But when I put their foot to the fire, right? When I held them, the moment of truth, when they had the opportunity to vote for their biggest need, you know what they voted for?
Okay.
A 3-and-D wing.
Okay.
A 3-and-D wing. That's what they wanted. That's what Knicks fans want.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and yo, don't tell me you didn't. There's proof on Twitter right now. I ask y'all to go to Twitter and vote on the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll every day. right? Every day I ask y'all to go out there and vote, just so that we can have evidence of what it is that you want. And yesterday I put a poll out.
Mm-hmm.
Today the results are closed, or the polling is closed, and you guys said 3 and D Wing. That's what you want. Will Beggs was good. That's what you want, right? That's what you want. So what I want to determine, because listen, so here's the thing. What I want to know is why we need a 3 and D wing over Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine and a point guard.
Ugh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Could we have all three? That's all I can, because that is we haven't had a good production from a wing since last year, and with Mook provided a lot, and we were hoping that Knox could fill that void. And I think when he plays well, the Knicks are hard to beat. So I could understand that from that standpoint. A point guard. We'll see what Derrick Rose could do. We'll see what Tibbs' plan for Derrick Rose is. And so I would think that is a good want. Is a good 3 and D guy. Zach LaVine is going to cost us, and Bradley Beal is going to cost us. Like I brought up yesterday, I believe that we're going to need like a third team in order, third or a fourth team to not strip our team completely bare.
Right.
That's my thoughts on it. On either getting Bradley or Zach.
Right.
Or what about Kelly Oubre?
Right.
Does he fit?
I think he fits, but I also think
I don't know how much he would cost though.
In terms, so cost. So the cost thing is multi-pronged. Like when you say cost, are you talking about how much he is to acquire or how much he makes in salary?
How much?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, his contract has to, we have to match what his contract is and so forth.
No, we don't. No, we don't have to match. And the reason why is because we have $17 million in cap space.
Oh.
Yeah. So we don't have to match. You only have to match if teams are over the cap.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't have to match. But let me see how much Oubre makes. Right.
I think Washington gave him the bag. No. Was it Washington or was it Phoenix gave him the bag?
I think it might have been Phoenix. So Oubre is a free agent at the end of the year. Wait a minute.
Oh.
Oubre is a free agent at the end of 2020, 2021. Right now he makes $14,375,000. This summer he becomes a unrestricted free agent.
Well,
Yeah, so while we think about that, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, join the video chat, join the virtual chat. Come up here with me and CP if you feel like it. As long as you're not selling porn and life insurance, as long as you sharp, you know what I'm saying? As long as you good, as long as you're not saying trade Julius Randle for a first round pick, we good. You know what I'm saying?
Is Ghetto off the block? What time does he get off the block?
I'm not for sure.
Oh, wait. I don't want to be snitching, so
No. So the ghetto intellect, it's a verb and a noun. I mean, it's a noun and a adjective at the same time. The ghetto intellect. It describes that young fella, and it's his name also. And so
I can
I
tell
kind
he's
of
ghetto. He's ghetto. It's not that intellectual, but he's ghetto. It's like you put in your name something that you want to be. You want to be intelligent. You want to be an intellect. Just because people don't understand your big words, if you play like you're smart, But I'm an artist.
You know what? So I'm gonna change my name to Skinny Freezy. Because
There
that's
you
what
go.
I want to be. That's what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? But I am certainly not that. I'm certainly not that. But anyways, the so Kelly Oubre makes $14,375,000, right? And if we trade for him, so I'm working on. I want to see what the Golden State Warriors record is. Because I'm not for sure if they would even look into trading him away.
If they do, I want the Legion and the Knicks to come on here because we are two brothers that are tall, and I think we're three. We would be three brothers that would be tall on this.
Yeah. That dude, I heard that dude is like 6'9", 6'9.5".
He's a big freaking dude, man.
Yeah, I heard.
Pause.
Yeah. Oh, please. We need a sign for that one. Somebody put up a pause sign. But so the Golden State Warriors right now are 14-12. They're in the 8th seed in the West as of today. Right, the last 10 games they're 6-4, right? So, my issue with them is that they would not trade Oubre because they feel like Oubre is a valuable piece to them making another run at a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
They're smoking crack.
Hey man,
they don't have enough pieces to win a championship this year. Maybe when Clay comes back, they could contend, but that team is not. They're not contender for nothing.
Yeah, that is currently constructed.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Right. Well, we know that. Do they know that? Is the question. You know what I mean? Because they'll say, they can look at us and say, hey, we need to give them something for, oh boy, you spoke him up. You spoke him up.
Avon in 14th Street makes me ghetto. The CPA at the end of my name makes me an intellect. Good morning.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey man. Hey, you can't tell the frat guys anything, man. You can't tell the frat guys because they earned it. They earned it. Hey, what can you say?
The burning sands, baby. The burning sands.
The burning sands. That's for sure.
I'm learning more and more about this dude every single show. He plays golf. He sells bean pies. He's part of a frat. What else is next? I mean, he does that. I mean, come on, man. He lives a full life.
Yes.
A full life, man. What?
Yes.
What does he have? Look what he has on his resume, man. And he sells crack.
Oh wow! It's probably Knicks flavored. It's Knicks flavored.
Before Nancy Bush said "say no to drugs," it was cool. After she said "say no to drugs," you had that crack got you a lot of time.
First of all, you see your intellect. You said Nancy Bush. It was Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan. I'm sorry. You know what I meant. One of them.
Yeah.
What they all the same. The Bushes, the Reagans, they all the same.
Right.
Nancy Bush.
Right. Hey, so shout out to
you probably think of some porn star that you like.
Oh wow.
She's probably 75 years old.
Oh man. Oh my. Well, they won't. They won't be on the show because rule number one. As long as you're not getting up here talking selling life insurance or porn, you good. So, but anyways. So Kelly Oubre is averaging 13 points per game for the Warriors right now, right? 13 point something, 13.8, close to 14. Andrew Wiggins, on the other hand, is averaging 17 and a half. But his defense lately, bro, has been, hey, man. Andrew Wiggins has turned the corner. Andrew Wiggins has turned the corner this year, man. You remember people used to say, well, Andrew Wiggins, if he had RJ Barrett's heart, he'd be Kobe. Remember that? All of that? Yeah. This dude has legit turned the corner. And what I think is coaching matters. Right? You put Andrew Wiggins, who was always talented, in a situation where he doesn't have to take on the scoring load, but just score naturally and do everything. Oh, is that espresso?
No, I actually went to the bodega today.
Did you see CP the artist down there?
I saw. No, he had already got there. He got his Royce Campollo. He had already left with his Royce Campollo, his chopped cheese. Yeah. So I got there after him, and then I tapped in, and I heard him. I just heard him all over my body. Pause. Right. So I had to tap in because I knew the homie. He was feeling a little lonely. I said, so finally, Daddy's spending time with me. So I had to
Wow. Hey, you know what? I had a feeling somebody had been in the bodega because all the Fruity Loopies were gone. And so I was like, Poppy, where are the Fruity Loopies? He's like, buy something else.
Pie. We need more pie.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, Dolly, what's good? What's good? Hey, so Legion of Knicks podcast, CP the artist is calling you out. I think he said he wanted you to come on. If I ain't gonna lie to you, because Legion of Knicks podcast intimidate me a little bit. So if you come on, I'm gonna jump off the screen and just let y'all go at it.
Hey, wait. You gotta put you gotta give us what do you call it? For Legion of Knicks, you gotta put a wrap up music because that dude is long winded.
Oh wow.
That dude is long winded.
Oh, hold on. I need a second. Spanish Harlem, go mob. So you know a little bit about Charles I. Brown, huh? Spanish Harlem? What's up, Blue? Salute to you, frat.
Oh wow. So what was that? I missed it. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful.
I don't know either.
I'm asking.
Talk.
Yeah, I was asking Ghetto Intellect because I have no idea. Is it something that we should be educated about? Is it something?
No. That was. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know it's like 150 people, 3 on the channel. But that was only for me in Spanish Harlem. I apologize.
Okay, that was your.
I'm saying, what was you saying? What was it that you said?
I told him go mob, and he know a little bit about Charles I. Brown. That's
Okay.
That's cold talk. A little cold talk. I apologize. That was a little selfish.
All
right. Back to Legion of Knicks, man.
You better leave my home.
He's pretty long winded, like the OJ trial.
Oh, you better leave my man Gmo alone.
I'm saying
not you.
Can be Legion of Knicks. Huh?
No, you're free. No, you and Gmo, y'all got it legit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let CP the artist jump in though. That's why I'm.
Hey! I'm an equal opportunity offender, man.
Oh wow!
Equal opportunity offender, man.
My only thing is Legion of Knicks can when he come in.
You know what I'm doing, right? I'm baiting him. This is what I do. This is a tactic in street ball, right? You know what I mean? You start playing the dude, and you start putting little things in his ear while you're playing. That little trash talk. You get him off his game, and then he has to come at you. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm just baiting.
I'm with you, fam. You from Jersey? I know the deal.
I've seen Legion of Knicks podcast get baited and snap on somebody. The bear trap shuts before they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, hey, Hoodie Cav is still scarred by Legion of Knicks podcast. And Hoodie Cav is our guy. Hoodie Cav is Lawrence Sears debate champ, right? Yeah, but he still has like that PTSD from the Legion of Knicks podcast, right? And I ain't calling out Legion of Knicks podcast. I'm gonna tell, hey, Legion of Knicks, go on about your business. Do listen to the show, but man, do your bill payer and edit your videos and stuff. We ain't trying to start nothing. The only thing I'm gonna say to Legion of Knicks podcast is you owe me some flowers for putting you on Jalen Suggs. That's it. And as far as everything else goes, I'm minding my business. I'm whistling when I walk down the street. That's it. So, but I'm gonna get back to this thing that I introduced. So Knicks fans say they want a point guard, but when you ask them to vote secretly, they say a 3-and-D wing. Right?
Knicks fans don't know what they want.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We don't know what we want. Each state. We have no patience. We don't think rationally sometimes,
Right.
So
Right.
It is what it is.
We don't know how so, and I guess for me is I'm nosy, right? I'm very nosy. And maybe I should be a little more intellectual and say I'm inquisitive, right, CP? But what it is I want to know the direction of the club. Knicks fans they're not like any other casual fan in the national. The Lakers, no, let's just sit back. They'll figure it out. They'll put a championship contender, and they're so spoiled. This happened. Miami can fall in there. Oh, don't worry, Pat Riley will figure it out. Once he figures it out, we'll go back in the stadium again, right? Knicks fans want to know how it's coming, when it's coming, the time is coming, who's going to be, who's going to get the ball, who's going to get the last shot. We want to be able to project what it is that's happening, and that's because of our fast-paced lifestyle we live. We don't sit back and wait for anything. We take what it is we want. So you talk about this past 20 years, we've been sitting idly by, expecting it to happen, and it hasn't. So now we all want to step into that role and say, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. But in fairness, can you really see us bringing another guard into this situation we have? We have the most guards in the NBA, I'm sure. I mean, you look at our roster. It seems that way. Yeah, you look at our roster from top to bottom. We have, 3 centers, 2 legit 3 men, and the rest are guards. That's it. We have 2 centers, 3 legit wingmen, because you could say we have Bullock and Knox only. They're the only real prototypical 3 guy. And everybody else is a combo or a point guard. That's it. I'm talking about the roster.
And time out. And with all that, it feels like we still don't got enough.
Well, that 3 position is big, and knowledgeable fan. That means Uncle Freezy has knowledgeable fans participating in his Twitter, the Volunteers Twitter poll, the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll, because we got to make sure we properly brand and and properly marketing, right? So we want to make sure we get the names right. So the Knicks Morning Drive Twitter poll, it's clear. They're knowledgeable. We put a legit 3 out there every night. We make teams spread that floor. It's only going to make Julius Randle that much better. It's only going to make RJ that much better. And they're our 2 best players, hands down. And those other guys will find that the game is easier. Let me shut up.
Right. Nah, man, we good. So G.I. say that, like, G.I. come on and be poignant, right? G.I. come on and be poignant and then be like, oh, let me move out of the way. Hey, so let me say this. If it wasn't for the ghetto intellect, I don't know how successful the Knicks Morning Drive would be, because we tried it. It was a shot in the dark. Like we were legit. Like everybody comes on at the same time. All the Knicks content creators come in around the same time block. Late in the afternoon, evening, night. I'm gonna try this thing in the mornings to catch people in the mornings, right? Because Knicks fans are not only vampires, you know what I'm saying? It's not just a vampire fan base, it's others too, right? So you know, like the great Houdini. Y'all remember Houdini, the rap group Houdini?
Of course.
Yeah, and so ecstasy. Yeah. So he said, so he said the freaks come out at night, right? But in the daytime, the streets were clear. You couldn't find a good freak anywhere because the freaks come out at night, right? So here's the thing. I think he was wrong because I tried it in the morning and we got Knicks freaks all over the place. They legit come on and they stay here. You know what I mean? They stay here. And so shout out to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie is like the star of
everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I saw him. I dozed off, right? I dozed off and took a nap. And I heard this dude say, not this dude per se, but I was hearing a dude say like 2,000 words in a row without taking a breath.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me say, I don't mean to cut you off, but if Jay Boogie, you're listening, I thought, I'm a creator. You know, I work for Joe Buttons. You know what I'm saying? I make other brands better. This was my vision for Jay Boogie. If somebody could put a beat behind him, he could be the new voice of the New York Knicks. Because that 1993, we are the New York Knicks. Played the hell out.
Right.
I want to hear Jay Boogie ad-lib one freaking for the rest of eternity, and I'm gonna use this platform. Let's put it out there. Let's get it together. Let's make it happen.
Only thing he might incite a riot. They might start throwing their beer and hot dogs on the floor. They might start running out there talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Right. And so let me do this. Let me do this real quick because I don't want to be disrespectful in a way. So shout out to Knicks Fans TV for putting out a dope product. You know what I'm saying? I really like CP, man. I think the dude does a great job. Right. So shout out to Knicks Fan TV and the stuff that they doing there. I'm jealous. CP, I'm jealous. Where's my spot? You brought in a supermodel to come on. Where's Uncle Freezy's spot? so anyway, you know, of course I'm kidding, of course, but CP does a great job. Shout out to those guys. But I heard Jay Boogie come on, and Jay Boogie said like 3,500 words back to back with no breath, and I was like, that's the kind of dude right there I want to be in a foxhole with. You know what I'm saying? Passion like that. That's the kind of dude I'd be wanting to be in a foxhole with. So shout out to my man. But to Legion of Knicks podcast, I just want to say this, man. The beef between the simmering beef between you and CP the artist has nothing to do with me, man. All I want you to do is admit that I put you on Jalen Suggs. That's it. I just want you to admit that I put you on Jalen Suggs, and then we'll be good. We'll be super good.
Cats be trolling my homie Gmo, yo. Gmo stands for Gmo. I'm on tonight too, and Brown Juice is in the building. It's Friday night. It's just about the brown juice tonight.
Oh yeah. It's tonight's the night, like Betty Wright.
Yeah, and listen, Freeze, you better be careful because you might catch the first hour of brown juice too. Because by then I'm probably not going to sleep till 1. So 11:45, I'll probably hit that link. I don't get to see Foxy that often, so you'll get some of the spillover brown juice on the Knicks at Night podcast.
The Knicks at 11:45.
At 11:45, and the Game Watch with Legion of Knicks podcast at probably 6:45ish. 7. I don't know what time the game is tonight. 6:30 just to be safe. Clear your schedule at 6:30. And the brown juice, and we're looking for a liquor distributor to support the brown juice segment. We're looking for some cereal content, some coffee content. We're tired of not showing you the brand of coffee we're drinking in the morning. We're drinking coffee on the Knicks at night, on the Knicks at morning drive. Freezy's inbox is open. Let's get it going. Let's get these advertisers behind this product. Let's go.
Bam. That's what we're moving towards. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to form the Lawrence Tears Network. That's what we're trying to work towards. So I keep saying Lawrence Tears Network, and y'all are like, Lawrence Tears Network, did he change the name? No, I figure if I keep saying it, if I say it long enough, eventually we'll get there. So, but yeah, that's what we're trying to do. But what I'm gonna ask y'all to do, so the fans of Lawrence Tears, what I want y'all to do at the Knicks at Night podcast, the Knicks Morning Drive, Knicks versus, so if fans of those, what I'm gonna ask y'all to do is rally up and go spam Legion of Knicks podcast when he does his live stream tonight, the watch along. Like for instance, any of y'all ever been in not GI, but because I know he has. But any of y'all ever been in a frat or a group and y'all just posseed up and bust in the door in a party or something? Like the party got like 50 people in there, but you bring like 30 people with you. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like 80 people in the party. You're like, yo, them cats, they done came and took over the party. Yeah. That's what I kind of do. That's what I want to. I want to. Back in the day, people used to call it being mob deep. Like they're like, yeah, we was there, man. We was mob deep, and this was before the group was famous and all that stuff. I guess that's where they got the name from. You know what I'm saying? Bum rushing the show. They come in mob deep, like how we used to do the Apollo. Like 30 dudes from Jersey City to take the train to the Apollo and just try to bum rush the show, but we didn't know.
I'm gonna get real deep like a frat.
This dude right here is a national treasure. GI is a national treasure, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, the national treasure, the ghetto intellect. Right? So I want to do that tonight for Legion of Knicks podcast watch along tonight. You know what I'm saying? Go watch the game with my man, and I know he gonna.
I got a date tonight. Can't do it.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! But you act like a guy like me doesn't get dates. Come on, man.
What I'm trying to figure out is how a date is more important than the Knicks playing the Wizards on a Friday night.
Why would I want to be in the sausage party?
I didn't look at it like that. I just love the Knicks. I just love the Knicks, man.
You just made this really awkward.
My girl is fine. My girl is fine.
Oh wait, I got my earphones in. Am I coming through clear? Let me take this off.
Yeah, you crystal clear.
Okay.
You're kind of choppy. You kind of, whatever. But getting back.
Yeah, let me take that off. Let me take this.
No, the Knicks are gonna be here. Fine women ain't.
So Paris Douglas, thank you for the super chat. Paris Douglas says, "Hey man, so this is dope. Y'all read into this. This is a lot deeper than the text, right? So it's the hearts. That's love. That's love. Blue and orange love. Family, just development. We are close. Hey Paris Douglas, that was dope, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't think about it as no sausage fest.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it like, yeah. Paris Douglas said it best, man. It's love, man. It's that Knicks family love, man. But you know what though, CP? So listen. So you introduced this, right? So Monday, we're gonna ask you for a recap. How'd it go? Like, what were you wearing? Did you dress up or down? Where'd y'all go? Where'd you go eat afterwards? Where'd you go eat afterwards? Don't try to eat before and then go somewhere and do something else. You got to have dinner afterwards. Do your event and then sit down and be eyeball to eyeball afterwards so you can recap the moment. That's what make it dope. You know what I'm saying? Don't Monday. Be like, yep, Monday. We asking hard questions too. Like, how come you didn't pick up the check? How come you made her pay?
What? No.
Yeah, you asking.
No. I'm a gentleman. I pick up the check. Okay. Yeah, I might pick up the table next to me's check. I'm just messing with you. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, of course. Matter of fact, there's a lot of lonely dudes in the chat because they're angry. you could tell they have no girlfriend, whatever. So I'm gonna give more than just the dating advice. I'm gonna give how to court, how to pursue properly, how to seduce, anything you guys want from CP the artist, because I invented dating. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You heard it here first.
I invented I invented dating. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so cool and I'm so collective. You know, and I think angry, hating Knicks fans of the male variety, they need to get a life.
So that's the reason why you added the artist to your name, right?
Well,
right, because
that's a long story. It's a long story. But someone else had my name before me. He's an established artist, and he's my mentor. Believe it or not, it's crazy how the universe works. So when I moved here to Atlanta, there was too much confusion. So I just went with CP the artist. It was more memorable than my real name. It's easy to remember, and it was great to go on the website. So that's why I went with CP the artist.
That's dope.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. That is dope. But you know what though? I'm still frustrated that you chose to date at the same time we're playing the Washington Wizards. Right? So are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch the game on your phone?
You should see how fine my lady is. My lady is fine, like Dominican.
Shout out to the ladies.
Just great cook. I mean, you would miss the end of the world for her. I'm telling you, that's
Not me. No,
I'm sorry.
You would miss the end of the world for her. You would miss the end of the world for her. You know what I'm saying?
I clean up nice. I found a good one, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than finding a good woman. Took me about 40 something years, but I finally
Same. I'm
45. 2 marriages, but I got
I have one marriage. I've been there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but if it work out right with her, you'll be your second.
Yeah, hopefully the final.
Yeah. This is my final one. Listen, even if I'm unhealthy, I'll just come in the basement and talk about the Knicks all day. It's enough podcasts out here for me.
Right. Right. So Bradley Beal is not playing tonight. Does that mean something's going on?
Interesting.
Could be. It ain't with us though.
GI. Something's going on with Bradley Beal.
Could be.
Something's going on with Bradley Beal. But the Knicks fans say they don't want Bradley Beal. They want a 3-and-D wing.
I mean,
the fans have spoken.
I don't think the Knicks fans are saying they don't want Bradley Beal. I think the price, they're getting a little sticker shock. And I got to be honest, I'm with them. Because Washington's desperate. And they just gave I can't remember. I guess I should know better. I'm supposed to be, a correspondent here. But didn't the Wizards give up the picks? Who gave up picks? Yeah, the Wizards gave up picks to move Wall out of there, right? I'm almost positive it was the Wizards who gave up the picks. Because we're talking about how all these picks that Houston got, or did Houston get the picks from Harden?
I think you're right, because I think Houston really didn't have any picks because they gave up a lot to get rid of CP3 in the trade for Westbrook. Because I believe OKC got Houston's picks because Houston was in a win now situation. I think so.
It's going to be important, depending on what. He looks like he's researching it. He looks like he's going mad at punching at the keyboard.
But yes. So for argument's sake, after the chat yesterday, I was thinking about a trade scenario with 4 teams: the Knicks, Houston, Washington, and Cleveland. in a 14 trade. I was wondering if Cleveland is looking for a trade partner for Kevin Love, sending Kevin Love to Washington to team up with Westbrook, his former buddy, in UCLA. Getting rid of Houston would get rid of Oladipo to Cleveland. We would receive Bradley Beal in exchange for a picks. We could probably get rid of one of the Dallas's picks, or maybe one of our own. But I couldn't talk about that because it's like you have to put that on paper. There's so much that would go on, that need to go on logistically, whatever. But that was just in the back of my mind.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever been a 4-team trade in the history of the NBA. So that'll probably.
There was. Yeah. There's probably like 5-team trades.
Yeah.
Maybe 16 trades.
The Dwight Howard trade was a 4-team trade. Remember Dwight Howard got traded from Orlando? Yeah, that's one that I can remember just right offhand. Right?
Could be. I mean, could be. I just don't see right now the Knicks bringing in Bradley Beal. Then what the heck are we doing? We got Rose.
I like dudes named Brad though, dog.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I like dudes named Brad. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I mean,
but, yeah, Brad is a phenomenal name. So
man, y'all distract so easily, man. I'm sorry for.
Well, my name is Brad.
I know this.
Oh, okay. I was just making. I didn't know if CP knew. You would talk about bringing in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, CP didn't know. So you talk about Rose, Elf, Quickly, Rivers, Burks,
Barrett,
and then Bradley Beal. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Washington. These two, some of the 3 of those teams involved will have to take up an expiring contract, because I think Cleveland. No, I'm sorry, not Cleveland. Yes, Cleveland. They need to get rid of that Kevin Love contract, and because it's like, not that they're free agency destined, but he's just sitting there.
Well,
he's not even play. He hasn't played in God knows how long. I think he's told. I think the organization and him are like, just we'll see what we could do. If you don't want to play, you don't want to play.
Well, you don't get him hurt. The most important contract for them to move right now, though, is Drummond, because why would you let a player just walk away that you can get a 1st-round pick for? So that's got to be their fire.
I forgot about that because he's on an
expiring deal.
Yeah.
Okay, and he has major value. What you see, GM, you want to lose your job quick as a GM? Let a player with great potential, I mean, that you could clearly get a 1st-round draft pick, walk away and get nothing. Yeah, I'm telling you that you absolutely lose your job over that.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. Join the virtual chat. Join the video chat. Turn your notifications on. The dark bell, like Legion of the Knicks podcast said, I think that was pretty sharp the way he said it. So turn it on so you can get all the notifications so you won't miss out on anything. Share this and other Lawrence Tears content on social media so that we can continue to grow the family. And there's one other thing. The Cash App. Yeah, the Ghetto Intellect threatened my life if I didn't do Cash App. So make sure. So Lawrence Tears, $ Lawrence Tears is the way to go. So if you want to contribute to helping the channel grow, like technology upgrades and swag and all that stuff, right? So CP, I'm here to ask you, why'd you bring up Kevin Love? Is that a Knicks fix?
No, not to the Knicks, to Washington.
Okay.
not to the Knicks, to Washington. Trying to make salaries work, not looking at, what he do for Washington, just to make salaries work.
Right.
And I think him and Westbrook, because they gave up something for Westbrook, I think and since Beal isn't happy, I think having them as a pair would be okay for a couple of years. It'll make some, it'll temper the waters a bit. Because if Westbrook isn't happy and he wants to go, then what are you gonna get for Westbrook? Not much. I think his next trade is gonna be his contract is so huge.
Yeah, so they had to give up. Washington's going to be looking to get at least a first rounder back for Bill because they gave up a first rounder. Although it's lottery protected, they gave up a first rounder. So, but it looks like they're going to be okay. But at some point, hopefully they'll make the playoffs, I think, and they'll have to pay that. I don't know how long that lasts. If you lottery protected and it stays in the lottery, let's say it stays in the lottery for 3 years, then does it expire? I guess it expires at some time. I don't know the CBA well enough to answer that. But Washington gave up.
Like I said, this is only a scenario in my head. My pay grade is not enough to.
Mine either.
This is beyond my pay grade.
Honestly, as a diehard Knicks fan, I just want to play this out right now. I'd rather do nothing.
As is.
Yeah, I want to play this out. I liked how we played. I like how we played the other day. And that's Derrick Rose. Now, I definitely need Derrick Rose in the starting lineup because I think that will make Randall better. Because some of the things he does, how he drives and kicks, is pretty phenomenal. How he knows where people are. He has amazing instincts, and he still has some speed. So if he drives and kicks to RJ as a secondary ball handler, I just think it'll free some stuff up and keep Randall moving. If we can get Randall with the ball out of his hands, bringing it up, and he's confident to give it to Rose, knowing he'll get it back. I like that.
I'll be more happy with this Derrick Rose trade if we could unlock Obi. I want to see him succeed this year. I want to see his full potential. If that Derrick Rose trade could unlock Obi, my gosh, we are going to be something.
We are going to be something.
We're going to be something.
We are going to be something. So I know a little bit about basketball, man. And so I know what it's like. So I played in elementary school. I told y'all the elementary school story where I made the team at PS15 as a sixth grader. And usually they only had seventh and eighth graders on the team. And so since I had been on the honor roll, and since I was taller than most of the seventh and eighth graders, they were like, hey, man, give this sixth grader a shot. And I thought they thought I was going to come in and be a big, but I wound up coming in and being a shooter. And the reason why is because I had played on the hill with grown men who like only let you get 1 or 2 shots a game. And if you missed, you wasn't getting the ball back. It was a make. If you wasn't making shots, you wasn't going to get the ball back because they were gambling. And I didn't know the impact of gambling back then. You know what I'm saying? So all the older guys just be like, oh shoot, we short. Go get Uncle Freezy. Tell Uncle Freezy to come on.
And that man was calling you uncle? That's crazy.
Hey, stay with me. Stay focused. Stay focused. So they would be like, yo, go get Uncle Freezy, man. And I'd be like, hey, Iceman, I ain't got $5. He like, well, we got your back, but you better not, you know what I'm saying? You better not do nothing stupid. And I'm like, it's too much pressure. So anyway, so I played in elementary school, played in high school, played in the Army. So the Nets had this dude, Chris Morris. Y'all remember Chris Morris? Y'all remember that name?
Yeah.
That joker is crazy. I don't know if y'all know Chris. That dude is bananas. So anyway, he found me. I go push him. What you doing, chump? He like, Uncle Freezy, I'll fight you. Don't let this diamond ring and mink coat fool you. I am bananas. And I saw that look in his eye. And I'm like,
you believe him?
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't scared right now, but this dude, I might have to fight all afternoon. You know, so this ain't one of them 1 or 2 blow fights. This dude, we might be fighting for days. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, this dude leaving the gym, you know, everybody walking out, they beat us by 30 or whatever. They beat us. This dude is like, you know, when they win or whatever, you know, they dapping it up. This dude takes a basketball out of the basketball bag and throws it at the door where I'm standing at. I told you I'm crazy. Like, yo, this dude is upset. Yo, I got so many stories like this, man. I'm lucky to be alive, dog. Chris Morris threw a basketball at me, dog, and hit the door and was like, I told you I was crazy. But anyway, so I played. So the point I was getting at is this. When guys like Obi play with in offenses that can't get the ball to them in open spots, is frustrating.
Hell yeah.
Right. And so for some guys they don't worry about it because once they get the basketball, they can create their own shot and get their own look. Right. But for others that are point guard dependent, when you don't get the ball, after you've done all the dirty work, after you did all the rebounding, after you set all the screens, right? After you dove for all these loose balls, after you set all these screens in the paint, and what it is people think screen setting is easy. Screen setting is not. It's the most physical job on the floor, right? It's like run blocking in the NFL, right?
Not only that, like when you're on a fast break and you don't get the ball when you're supposed to, it's like, oh my God.
Why hustle? Why run down here?
Yeah.
When
you're wide open.
Right. And guards do that, and it make me so mad. Guards can score anytime they want, right? But your big man is on the break, and you don't reward your big man for running the floor.
You know, I don't know if this fundamental still applies. But I remember, like, you know, you're running down on a fast break, and the point guard has the ball. Either if he passes the foul line, he has to take it to the rim. If he doesn't, he has to pass it.
Yep.
That was always fundamental to me.
Yep.
And then you see,
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then what I see is like they pass the foul line, and then, you know, they throw this out of bounds pass to whomever is trailing, whatever, and it drives me freaking crazy.
Right.
But yeah, continue your point, man.
Whoa, JJ Watts got traded to the Giants?
No. Oh. Did he? No, he got cut. He's getting cut by the Texans. I wanted to touch on that too. So I wanted to touch on that, but maybe later or maybe even tonight about how superstars are having a mass exit out of the city of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So, but anyway, yeah, that's supposed to be a fundamental play. Like for instance, another fundamental is regardless of what play you're running, if your big has a small sealed in the paint,
my God.
If your big has a small sealed in the paint, you scrap everything and give it to your big down low. Yep. So that's supposed to be.
If they don't give it to you, they have no confidence in you, or they're just low basketball IQ.
Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. Barbecue chicken.
Yeah. But the thing is, man, is especially if it's a decided mismatch, you hurry up and get the ball to them. You know what I'm saying? Because bigs work so hard. Yes. Bigs work. They play the physical part of the game that people don't recognize.
I played my whole life as a big, even though I was undersized as heck. But yeah, I played my whole life as a big.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay. So y'all asked for it, man. So I played with this dude named Kenny Washington back in the day. Me and him were freshmen, right? But we were kindred spirits, right? So Kenny Washington, he was living with his grandmother. You know, his parents had certain problems going on in their life. So Kenny had to go live with his grandmother, right? Since he was like in 6th grade. Well, his parents used to be street people, right? Everybody coming over, they playing cards, drinking every day, not Friday, Saturday night, every day. This was the party house, right? So Kenny's grandmom took him from over there before something, whatever. I ain't gonna get into all the legal stuff. One of these days, maybe I'll get him on to share his story, right? But he went from being the party house to the church grandma house, right? Sunday morning, she get up, she playing Mahalia Jackson, she getting ready for church, she making him iron his clothes and put a suit on, you know what I'm saying, so he can go be in church all day long, right? Mm-hmm. So I meet him in high school, right? We in the back of the class, we in biology, because we went to this high school named Dickinson High School. We in the science program. We was in the science program, right? And so it's this place where they take kids in underprivileged areas that wasn't getting the education or whatever. Because I should have went to Snyder, but I got accepted to St. Aloysius, to St. Anthony's, to Dickinson science program, and all that. But my family ain't had no money, so I wind up eventually getting to Dickinson, right? So me and Kenny Washington is like, and mind you, when I see him, he is like 6'7", and this is 9th grade now. 6'7", right? High water pants, old man's Buster Brown sneakers. The sweater he had on, like the sweater he had on, like the sleeves were jacked up because he was growing. Like they'll get him clothes, but he was growing too fast. But the girls didn't care. The girls like, ew, he a goon. They used to pick on him. Then plus, you know what I'm saying? Plus he was back then, you know what I'm saying? Well, not just back then, but he was dark skinned back then. The girls didn't appreciate, certain guys back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Uncle Freezy come in looking like El DeBarge. All the chicks was like, oh, we love Uncle Freezy. But anyway, it was just a different time, right? So I'm like, dog, do you play basketball? He was like, yeah, I play basketball. Dude, I'm Isaiah Thomas. I'm like, dog, Isaiah Thomas is legit 6'1". You're 6'7". You're a big. He didn't want to hear that. Because we used to watch basketball. When you watch basketball on TV, all the small guys got all the love, it seemed like, right? Even though the big guys were big, the big guys were good, like your Moses Malones, you know what I'm saying? There was Kareem's. They didn't get love like Magic Johnson got love, like Isaiah Thomas got love. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, man, I've been working on my handle all summer. I was like, dog, work on your hands. And he was like, what you mean work on my hands? I'm like, Kenny, dog, work on your hands. And when he tells his version of the story is way different than mine. But when he get a YouTube channel, he can tell his. So anyway. So we have tryouts in the gym. Coach Marcellus is one of the dudes that helped me get to Dickinson. You remember the story I told you about the 6th grader that made the team that was 7th and 8th grade? Well, he was the 9th grade coach for Dickinson too, right? So I go to Dickinson. I kind of know I'm going to make the team, but I still have to try out. It's about 80 9th graders in the gym, right? About 80 9th graders. And so we go through all these drills, and you can see every day, like 20 dudes are getting cut. Like every day of tryouts. Like we go from 80 to 60 to 40 to 20 to about 15 dudes, right? And Coach Marcellus is like, yo, Uncle Freezy, the only reason why I'm keeping your man around is because he's 6'7", but he don't do nothing. He don't grab no rebounds. He don't block no shots. He don't do nothing. He don't even run. He just 6'7". That's it. He don't do nothing. And so he look at Kenny like, you don't do nothing. You lucky. You lucky you still here. So I go to Kenny. So Kenny crying because he's, he was sensitive like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like real touchy because he came from that background where cats used to be they was stripping his childhood is basically what I'm getting at. At home, they was stripping his child. His grandma came in and I was like, yo, you better not be crying. And he was like, man, everybody be picking on me my whole life, whatever. And I was like, they're going to continue to pick on you, dog. You know what you need to do? You need to be the bully, right? You need to be the bully. And he was like, I don't want to be I hate the bully. And I was like, yo, you 6'7", dog. Not bully people on the street, but bully people in here. And so the next practice, I go tell Kenny, I'm like, yo, I don't care if you knock people to the floor. I don't care if you hurt people or whatever. But every time that ball goes to the rim, you go get it. Every time. Every time that ball goes to the rim, you go get it. Right? And he was like, what you mean? I was like, I don't care if they laying it up. I don't care if they shot it already. I don't care what. Every time that ball goes at the rim, you go get it. Right? So we come down in a 2-on-1 drill. You know what I'm saying? We start practice, we run our laps, and then we do the little 3-man weave or whatever, and then we get back in line. We doing a 2-on-1. And so in the 2-on-1, I'm with Kenny, right? I grabbed Kenny and put him ahead of this dude named Jason. The original white chocolate, Jason. Jason, I know you out there, you probably watching the show. You are the original white chocolate, because I ain't never seen a white boy dribble like that until I saw you. The original white chocolate named Jason. So anyway, so I move him in front of Jason. We come down on the break, and I throw the ball off the backboard. And I watch that ball go out of bounds. And I look, Kenny Washington turns to me and says, dog, what are you doing? We supposed to be doing a 2-man drill. I stopped the practice and I cussed Kenny Washington out like a dog. Like a dog. Now, mind you, I'm a 9th grader. We ain't supposed to be using profanity on no school campus. The coach is looking at me like they're going to say something, but they let me do it. And I'm cussing at him. I'm cussing at him until he got tears in his eyes, right? And I'm like, well, what you going to do? What you going to do? You going to stand there and cry? Get your behind back in line. I actually, cussed or whatever. But so the dudes is like, yo, Uncle Freezy, we was here first. I'm like, shut up. And so we do the drill all over again. I throw the ball off the backboard, and Washington catches it and then comes down with it. Right? And I cuss him out like a dog. I mean, I cussed the dude out so bad, man. I kind of felt bad doing it. But he started crying, boo-hooing, right? Like a family member passed away. And I keep cussing and keep cussing and keep cussing and keep cussing. And coach blows the whistle. I'm like, Uncle Freezy, what are you doing? And so he made me run laps around the building, right? Not in the gym, but around the campus. I had to run 10 laps around the campus and then come back, right? So I was like, Kenny Washington, if you still here when I get back, me and you gonna fight, right? So I run them 10 laps and I'm mad. I'm cussing the whole time. I come back in the gym. It's me and Kenny Washington in there, right? And I run straight to him. Coach is like, yo, he stopped us, right? He like, whatever. And so I'm like, get back in line, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this until you get it right. So I throw this ball off the backboard, right? And he catches it, right? And then he come down and he try to dunk and he missed. And I'm like, Washington, you already in the air. Just dunk while you up there. You the only 9th grader in the city that can dunk. You 6'7". You the best athlete in the city. You just don't know how to play. You 6'7", the best athlete in the city. So anyway, I throw it off the glass. I throw it off the backboard. He catches it, and he granny dunks it in. And I'm like, no, dog. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do from now on. Anytime you up there, what I want you to do is I want you to slam this thing as hard as you can and scream as loud as you can. And he was like, yo, why am I screaming? Shut up and do it. So anyway, we go play this city named Bayonne. Bayonne had the best facilities. All of these things. Yeah. So, I forgot. Yeah. So y'all know what I'm saying. So Bayonne got all the best facilities.
No, Bayonne is right across Route 21 from Newark, New Jersey, baby.
Right. I forgot, GI.
That was the best facility to you? Oh.
Back in the mid 80s, are you serious?
Oh, the 80s. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in the mid 80s.
I forgot you're 69.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm shouting me out like that. So anyway, so we play this, and they have these kids, like they get all the tall white guys that can shoot, right? They have all those guys, right? And so they had this kid that's going to North Carolina. I forget his name, but North Carolina had been recruiting him since 8th grade. Like, yeah, you are tight, you can shoot it, whatever. And so they do the jump ball, and Kenny Washington loses the tip to this guy. Right? The dude now can't jump over a phone book, but Kenny Washington is scared because it's his first time playing organized ball. Right? So I'm like, Kenny, if you lose one more battle to these dudes, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell coach to take you out the game and maybe kick you off the team. And he's like, Uncle Freezy, why you keep doing that to me? Why you bullying me? I'm like, dog, I'm not bullying you. I promise you. So Bayonne is killing us, right? That's whatever. They better than us, right? Whatever. So Bayonne comes down. Jace, the dude, white chocolate, Jason tips the ball, right? And I'm running down as fast as I can with these sneakers that are like 2 sizes too big, and these shorts that are like 3 sizes too big. But I got the drawstring pulled so tight that I'm cutting myself basically to keep them on, right? So I dive for this loose ball and save it, pick it up, and I'm running, and it's me and Kenny Washington by ourselves on the other side. And so I run down and I scream to the top of my lungs and throw this ball. I'm like, I throw it off the backboard. And Kenny Washington, no lie, skies in from the right side, grabs it and starts screaming and dunks this ball so hard, right, that we get teched up. The referee runs right to me and techs me up, right? My coach, Mr. Marcellus, come grab me by that oversized jersey and snatch me to the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like legit snatch me to the bench. He had his hands on me, dragging me to the bench, throwing me out the game, right? He goes over to Kenny Washington. Kenny Washington goes run around the coach and comes sit beside me on the bench, right? And so coach is cussing me out. Don't you ever disrespect the game like that, blah, blah, blah. All these things, right? Just cussing me out, up and down, up, cussing me out. And I'm just there like, whatever. I've been cussed at before. I'm from the Hill in Jersey City. You cussing at me. You basically speaking my language, right? But for Kenny Washington, right? All the dudes that looked at him like some goofy, real tall, uncoordinated dude with clothes that are 2 sizes too small. He is a star. This girl, the next day we get back to school, right? We get back to school the next day. This girl named Sharon, who used to pick on Kenny every day, walks up to him and gives him her chocolate pudding and don't say nothing, just walk off. Right? And so Kenny was like, yo, did you see that, Uncle Freezy? I'm like, I told your ass, I told you, dog. This is what it's like being good. So anyway, I said all of that to say 2 things. For one, my man Kenny Washington wound up getting a scholarship to Ball State and wound up being a star for Ball State, right? I think he wound up being like 6'10", 6'11", or whatever, right? And the other thing I'm telling you is that as a big, if you don't have a guard or somebody, a playmaker that believes in you, every time you step on the floor, all you're gonna do is box out and screen and get no touches. As a big, you have to have somebody getting you the ball and getting your confidence up, because guards can shoot anytime they want. 80% of the plays in a playbook from a coach, 90% is about featuring a guard. A guard getting a screen, turning the corner, making a pass after he reads the defense or whatever, right? And so the thing with Obi Toppin is, Kenny Washington, Obi Toppin is not Kenny Washington, right? He's not. But the addition of Derrick Rose coming in and seeing a young, bouncy big with all types of potential is going to unlock Obi Toppin, right? He is going to unlock Obi Toppin because when you're a guard and you see a big with all that potential, you feel like it's your destiny to unlock that big's potential. It was like the Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard relationship. Jameer Nelson sacrificed his game so that Dwight Howard can eat, right? Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Y'all remember that? It was Gary Payton's destiny to unlock the kid, that young athletic dude from that small school that was real awkward in social situations. He unlocked
Steve Nash and Amari.
Right. I'm telling you, Chris Paul and Steven Adams. His destiny to unlock Steven Adams, even though Steven Adams wasn't a leader.
Chris Paul and
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah. I'm telling you. So I know y'all in the chat like, dang, Uncle Freezy just told a 10-minute story about some stuff that we already know. But nah, bro, y'all seriously underrate the impact of Derrick Rose's future connection with Obi Toppin. Right? Right. So in this roundabout way, I'm telling you that you have not seen the beginning of Obi Toppin yet. You're about to see it right now. And shout out to Kenny Washington, by the way.
I mean, that's a hard. I don't know where to go from there. That's a hard story to follow.
I thought I was watching Castaway.
Well, you know what? When I'm gonna see if I can get Kenny Washington to come on the show because I fact check and I like stuff to be fact checked, right? So I'm gonna see if I can get him to come on the show, and what he's gonna say is something like, "My clothes wasn't really that small." You know what I'm saying? He gonna say stuff like that. Nah, dog. Tell the truth. Tell it. When I was throwing those lobs off the backboard to him in practice, people were not doing that in games, not even in the NBA. The lob wasn't even like that. I saw it on the streets of Jersey City. The dudes older than me was doing it in the park. You know what I'm saying? And I heard dudes in New York was doing it too. And so I was like, yo, I want to do this thing too in a game because I'm a ninth grader.
You friends with Kenny Washington on Facebook?
I believe so. I believe so. So I'm a see if I can get him to come on and tell the joint because what he gonna do is he gonna try to tell the opposite side. He's gonna be like, yo, this dude Uncle Freezy thought he had handles and he thought he was Reggie Miller because they was built the same. That's his retort. Kenny Washington, that ain't funny. I was not that skinny. I was like in ninth grade. I was about 6'1", about 118. So I wasn't that skinny. I was thin, but I was, 118. That is real skinny, right?
Hell yeah, that is skinny.
Yeah, so I was about I was about 120, about 6'1", 120, something like that.
Ooh, no, you couldn't have been
that's
that
still
small.
Skinny.
You would have looked like Manu Bol.
But I was tough though.
No, you probably was 6'1", 145. I wasn't
no 145. I was not 140. Trust me.
6'1", 120. Oh my goodness.
Trust me. I was not 145. I wish. Do you know how many fights I would have gotten into if I was 145? Man. Yeah, man. I was about 6'1" ish. About let's say 130. No, I was definitely not 140. I'm telling you, dog. I was razor thin. It was the early 80s. Size wasn't. I mean, people wouldn't walk around that big.
They would have took you to the hospital if you was 6'1", 120. They'd have been like, this boy about to die.
Like, yo.
Dog, I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, I was Reggie Miller. Hey, I made Reggie Miller look like Hercules.
But Reggie Miller was like 6'3", 6'4", 180, 190. Like,
hey, man, I was, yeah. I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't cross 200 pounds until I got in the military and started boxing. That's when I hit 200 pounds. But anyways, what I'm saying is the Obi Toppin thing, y'all have no idea what y'all about to embark on, right? And for those in the chat, y'all are gonna be like, man, Uncle Freezy just saying stuff just to start a conversation. No, dog. I told you that about when we first saw the kid, Emmanuel Quickly. I was like, yo, this dude has a 2-level. He's got a floater that's money. He's got a 3-pointer that's money. And he can knock down his free throws. This dude might be our starting point guard going forward. And I got laughed at in the preseason. Y'all laughed if y'all did. I have video evidence.
Hey, by the way, they did some research on Kenny Washington. And they said he got dunked on in college by Sean Kemper. He's been MIA ever since.
Yo, y'all bugging. Y'all bugging out. But my man was the coach. I coached Mr. Marcellus, right? So he an Italian dude from Italy, right? No basketball. He was like a star at Dickinson High in the 60s, right? And so he comes back. He wants to give us nicknames, right? So he calls Kenny Washington Super Freak, right? Because the thing is, you don't often see a dude. How old are you in ninth grade? How about what? 14? About 14 years old.
Well, it depends. It depends on your education level. He could be 18 years old.
Oh yeah, that's true. But Kenny definitely wasn't 18.
Hey.
But it's not often you see a 14-year-old dude that's 6'7" and the most athletic dude you ever saw.
Hey, I got to cut out to go in Harlem, make some money today, man. Unfortunately, on a Friday, I just like to wait to let the traffic.
Yo, be safe, safe, man.
And then yeah. Especially when I'm dressed like this. That's why I wear my bow tie. They leave me alone in Harlem with the bow tie on. But I got the Knicks hat on today, so
they're gonna ask you for a bean pie though.
Yeah, and I'm good with that. They don't mess with FOI in the hood. Yo, shout out to everybody on 128th and the Boulevard. If you see a cat on 128th and the Boulevard looking like me, that is me. Shout out to Harlem. Shout out to New York. I love y'all. Uncle Freezy, great stories today. CP the artist, I appreciate your harassment. It's what I would look forward to waking up every morning. Hey, Chop, I got no ackee and sawfish today. Where's my ackee and sawfish?
Chop, what's good?
Freezy ate it all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, you know, I need that protein, man. I be trying to. Hey, you can't get on that. You can't get on that bench press if you ain't got your protein levels up. You just can't. I'm sorry, y'all. But yo, so to what I'm saying about Obi Toppin, and I know it was like a roundabout way, is if you don't have a big that's gonna look for you, that's gonna put you in a position to succeed, like get you on that launch pad. You know what I'm saying? Manipulate the defense, so that big can get on that launch pad and throw that thing down in traffic. That big is gonna struggle. It's the reason why bigs come here and struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a point guard to incorporate them. Like for instance, like right now, I'm not a guard anymore, right? But if me and CP the artist played, and he sealed a smaller man down low in front of the rim, his shoulders, CP the artist, when he seal a guy, his shoulders should be parallel to the rim. If I see that, that's a sign for me to wherever I'm at on the floor to get that ball to him as quick as possible, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the sign. I'm not looking at the defense. I'm not trying to remember what the play is. If I see him sealed, I'm bounce passing that ball in to him if there's an open passing lane. If it's clogged, I'm looking for his outside hand stretched up high, and I'm throwing that ball to that outside hand and making him come to it, or throw it in a way away from the defender where he can still hold his position, right? Our guards don't do that. If CP the artist, like say for instance, CP the artist is
even like when I see Mitch like run the floor, it's like Mitch, like he got at least a 40-inch vertical that you just throw it up to him. Just throw it up to him, throw it at the rim, and throw it off the backboard, like you said about what you did to your
to Kenny Washington.
Yeah, right. Throw it up. But there's so many times I was like, man, it was a wasted possession. Especially by Alfred Payton. Alfred Payton misses. It's like he's so afraid to throw that lob, and it just kills me. At least I hate to say it. I'm gonna say it. Frank.
Say it.
Frank would throw them lobs. Frank's would throw those lobs. If you look at all of Mitch's highlights, who's throwing him lobs?
Right. Well, the thing about it is you got to look for it. Hey, so shout out to B from Jersey. What's good? Keyshawn, what's good? C-Mac, I see you. What's good? So the thing is with your bigs, right? These teams are playing these exotic defensive schemes against the Knicks, and so they spend so much time thinking about what they're seeing that they forget about the fundamental play, right? If Mitch has his man sealed down low, how about get that ball to Mitch down low, right?
I kind of wonder though too, is it the AAU curse? Because when AAU ball, they ain't, all the stuff we talking about, they ain't doing that. They're taking it one-on-one. They whatever, they're going for theirs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering if it's like an AAU type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Getting theirs.
Right. So Stephen Fox said that Obi is not a big; he's a tweener.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think. I don't know if that's something interesting to think about. I don't see that dude being a small forward. Maybe
a tweener is like an
What's his
Andrew
height?
Wiggins.
What's his height? What's his height on stat, if you will?
6'9". He's 6'9", 220.
Okay, and he's not gonna grow no more, right? Because he's what, 22 years old now.
Yeah. What's up, Ty Barbie?
Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I would like to play Obi at the 4, right? And the 4 in my book is a big. But if he's a small forward, I need for him to show some small forward skills. Like I need for him to tighten up that handle. I need for him to tighten up that handle and have more court vision.
He's not small forward at all.
Yeah, because at 6'9", 220, that might be a big small forward. But he's definitely not big enough to play center.
No.
But
But I mean, people want him to be a stretch 5, which it could be possible if he could be a stretch 5.
But they say that they don't. So a lot of people say this stuff and they have no idea how physical the game of basketball is, right? You just can't put a dude 220 down there and say he's a stretch 5. He doesn't have to bang as much. Dog, the banging and screening required to be a big, especially on that level, is crazy.
Right, but Uncle Freezy, how tall is Taj Gibson? And you do look like him, CP. I've been hearing y'all say that. But how tall is Taj Gibson?
Taj Gibson is 6'9", 250.
Yeah, that 250, that extra 30 pounds of weight,
Right.
That's
okay. Right, and also
whoa. You said 250. I see here 232.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 232. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But yeah, still another 12 pounds is
But don't take into account that Taj Gibson started off as a power forward, and as the years went by and the years in the weight room, the dude is now listed as center only, I think.
But we have to also think 3 inches is just that. That's just it. That's 3 inches right there. It's apples or oranges, and you see like the traditional big isn't necessarily on the floor, and we don't even have dominant bigs besides Embiid,
Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond.
Howard.
Who? Which Howard?
Dwight Howard.
I don't think he's dominant anymore. I mean, he's physical.
More, right?
Yeah, he's physical. So yeah, but he's a liability on defense if you stretch him out. You pull him away from that basket, and I think that's the thing where I understand the argument with Obi is putting him at the 3 with at the 5 with Randall. Bring that big man out so you could open up the floor a lot, and so he could be a offensive threat. Defensively, he can't guard. I'm gonna say it. He can't guard anybody. I mean, that's something he's gonna have to work on with his strength, and the coach is gonna have to develop Obi a lot more the defensive end. But I think to be safe, he's gonna have to play the 5. I mean the 4, and try to be like a stretch 4. He got to work on that shot because that rainbow is like disgusting. Like I don't even know how that thing even falls. But yeah, I think, and also what hinders the Knicks offense too is the pace. when I was watching the Bulls game, I believe the announcers, because I don't like watching the Knicks broadcast. I like watching the opposing side broadcast so I could get like a non-biased opinions of them. And they were saying that the Knicks have the slowest pace in the league, the slowest pace. And so, as a big man his size, I think to his advantage would be to quicken up the pace, be a lot more run and gun, so he can get more touches, more easy baskets.
Right. It's like the situation where Terrell Owens went to the Cowboys one year, right, with Bill Parcells, right, and Terrell Owens was used to being featured in the passing game, right. So his numbers dipped when he was with the Cowboys because the Cowboys liked to run the football. That was their thing. They don't care who was back there. Their offensive attack was predicated on running the football, right? So people looked at Terrell Owens' numbers and said, "Hey, what's wrong with Terrell Owens?" Dog, there's nothing wrong with Terrell Owens back then. It was that he just didn't get the opportunities he usually got because the offense was different. I think it's the same thing with Obi. Like we're like, what's wrong with Obi Toppin? There's nothing wrong with Obi. It's just the opportunities are different, right? You play at the slowest pace, which means there'd be fewer shots. Yep. You have a whole bunch of dudes playing with you, taking a bunch of shots. You're the rookie big trying to come off the bench and find your way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so when you
the guy that you are subbing in for is playing into your minutes.
Right.
He's playing because Randall stays on the court.
Yep.
You know, so how is it that OB is going to ever be productive? And you have also a coach that you don't have that much room for error with Tibbs. I mean, I've seen guys make one mistake, he'll take them out.
Yep. One mistake, and he gets snatched out of the game.
Yes, yanked. Yeah, and never to be seen for the rest of the game.
Right.
I think. I think the situation is hindering him. Like I've said in the past, like I'm concerned about the Knicks' development, the lack of development when it comes to these young players. It's troubling to me. They've got to put them in the G League and help develop them or something, because they're not getting the burn on the court, and they're just being wasted. So about tonight's game, who's winning?
So here's what I'm gonna wrap up here, because I need to go in and hug Miss Mocha and take her to lunch and stuff. But tonight's game, if the Knicks lose to a Washington Wizards team without Bradley Beal, I'm coming on the Knicks at Night podcast low and hot. I'm scorching the earth, right? And then if y'all gonna be offended, don't be offended by Uncle Freezy. I'm y'all family, right? Be offended if the Knicks lose to the Wizards tonight, right? Because tonight I'm throwing down an ultimatum if the Knicks lose. If the Knicks lose tonight, I'm throwing down an ultimatum, right? So if you want to see, make sure you tune into the Knicks at Night podcast tonight at 11:45 to check out your man, Uncle Freezy, and the Fox that rocks the box, Stephen Fox. Make sure y'all come in and check us out. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, right? Subscribe, like the live stream, join the virtual chat, join the video chat, turn your notifications on, share on social media, help us grow the channel. Ghetto Intellect been all over me. Pause, by the way. But G.I. had been getting on me about the Cash App thing. He was like, yo, make sure the Cash App thing. So the Cash App thing is $$ Lawrence Tears. So, hey, I'm gonna wrap up right here. Hey, it was good to see you again, brother. I hope the date goes well tonight.
Oh, well.
Even though I think there is a conflict on the schedule. The Knicks are playing the Wizards tonight. But, you know, first things first, whatever.
There'll be more games.
Yeah. Hopefully there'll be more dates with this person too.
Oh, there will be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say peace to everybody in the chat, man, and I look to see y'all tonight. Hey, Ismail Rivas, I see you. What's good? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.